officer. You can't arrest me for being dumb.
Give him another one. Ow! Oh, this is beautiful. Hold on, y'all. Or come across something so beautiful, it brings a tear to your eye. Crying out of laughter and admiration. Hold on, give them some more. You think they're done?
So can you tell me why it burns when I pee?
Ow! I need y'all to do me a favor. Hit that like button, share my videos. Please make sure you subscribe. Make sure your notification buttons are turned on to all. Subscribe to my alternative channel just in case YouTube give me the slip or something. You'll know how to find me. Don't forget to check me out with all the podcasts and follow me on Rumble and the Jungle. All the links are listed below. If you want to donate to my channel, feel free. Those links are below as well.
Because the Democrats, when you go in the Wayback Machine, they were always the one that thought that these shutdowns were reckless. Listen to this, Mr. Vice President.
Hypocrisy.
It is not normal to shut down the government when we don't get what we want.
If the government shuts down, it will be average Americans who suffer most.
Yeah.
A government shutdown means seniors who rely on Social Security will be thrown into chaos.
Families will be hurt.
Families hurt.
Farmers will be hurt.
Uh-oh, wait a minute. Now look what's going on now. Close. Break it down, break it down, break it down. Go on, get it. Now that ain't funny, y'all. That's deeply racist. You got Hakeem Jeffries up there getting it. But wait a minute. One of my favorite movies. Oh, yeah. Amigos. Don't you just love it? Pepe, you're gonna love your birthday gift. You're gonna have lots of piñatas. Jefe, would you say have a plethora of piñatas? Sí, el guapo. I say have a plethora of piñatos. Jefe, what is a plethora?
Would you say I have a plethora of piñatas?
A what?
A plethora.
Oh, yes. You have a plethora.
Jefe, what is a plethora?
Loved it, man. Why do you ask? Well, I would hate to think that someone would say I have a plethora of piñatas when they don't know what a plethora is. So let's go ahead and see some of these latest memes, because you know, we're going to meme them to death. They even throwing Cory Booker bathroom.
Don't you ever let anybody take your power from you.
Now, wait a minute. This might be real, for real. I mean, I don't know. You get auntie drunk at the dang on picnic, and she might throw one of those on with the pot of tequila. Yes, man. See, now, they should stop while they're ahead. See, they're trying to embarrass us out of the memes. And you know what that do? It only encourages us. Let's hear from the drunk aunt.
Have the same power that you did before November.
You sure this is a meme?
And you have the same purpose that you did.
Hi, this is Taco Bell. How can I take your order?
Donald, cut it out. It's me. You got to take down that sombrero meme. It's embarrassing me.
Embarrassing? The sombrero makes Hakeem look better than ever.
Donald, this is serious.
Okay, I'll tell you what. I'll take it down if you reopen the government.
Look at the feet. The feet up on the table. I really got to step up my AI game. This is great. Now, wait, I got to make a disclaimer. These are all AI-generated memes. These are not the exact words of these people. It is all meant for our laughing pleasures and stuff like that. So let's continue hearing this conversation, AI conversation, between dang on Mr. Burns and Donald Trump.
Look, I need these illegals to have health care so I can keep eating Taco Bell without feeling guilty.
There it is. You care more about illegals than you do our own citizens. You're cooking Americans the same way you cook your hamburgers. Raw, careless, and making everybody sick.
Wonderful. Who's writing this? Who's writing this? Where's my agent? Why my agent get me one of these gigs? And we're going to see an example of why the left can't meme in a few minutes, because they tried to do something racist and offensive to Donald Trump too, but it made no sense. So let's continue hearing about them trying to get the government open secretly. Here we go.
I'm begging you, Mr.
That's what you get every time. Yes. Yes. We get them every time, y'all. We get them every time.
It's a disgusting, video, and we're going to continue to make clear, bigotry will get you nowhere.
Bigotry.
We are fighting to protect.
That's what bigotry gets you.
Of the American people in the face.
Bigotry will get you nothing but jokes, laughs, and more memes. That's all it's getting you, man. We're tired of the bigotry argument. Yeah. See, you're now the kids on the playground just throwing a fit as we're cutting on you, as we're cracking. Stop it. Leave me alone. Stop saying that. And you know what that do. It only encourages the kids to continue. So let's continue, y'all, with the memes.
Of an unprecedented Republican assault.
You may have seen this. I mean, President Trump just moments ago posted pictures from your meeting in the Oval Office where he, I guess, apparently tried to hand you Trump 2028 hats.
You see Trump? You see, y'all? That's right. Y'all know y'all want one. I bet you when the cameras were off, there's like, give me one of them hats. There's going to be a collector's item later. And honestly, man, I support what you do, President. But, we got to go ahead and hold up the image of the hyenas versus the lions, I mean, we're eternal enemies. But quiet as kept, you're doing a great job. Now, let me get one of them hats.
Oh, we do a little trolling. It's called a little
Every Republican who's gone on TV the last 12 hours or so has called this the Schumer shutdown.
Yeah, let's hear from
What do you
Schumer.
say about that name?
Say what?
Something ain't right.
Senator Schumer, can you hear me?
I can't hear.
Senator Schumer, can you hear me? I don't think Senator Schumer can hear me right now. Maybe the government shutdown included audio on Capitol Hill.
Boy, even CNN getting in on it a little bit with the jabs, the rabbit punches, slide it in a little bit.
Hola, mi fellow Americanos y bienvenidos al cierre de Schumer. That means welcome to the Schumer shutdown. We call it the Schumer siesta, right?
Schumer
It's the
siesta.
Schumer siesta. He put the government on siesta, crying Chuck. And Hakeem Jeffries, we used to call him Dollar Store Obama, till we realized he's worth far less than $1.
This guy's great. Great. Got the mannerisms, the breathing, everything. Wonderful. Finish telling us the Trump stand-in. Here we go.
But they put the government on siesta to give illegal aliens your health care. We're not going to let it happen. I looked at both of them. I said, we're not going to let it happen. It's no bueno.
No bueno. Man, I can imagine Trump saying exactly this. No bueno. What else?
I said, it's no bueno. They begged me. They said, but senor, por favor, please give illegal aliens the health care. I said, we're not going to do it. We're never going to do it. It's not going to happen. And they're also very upset about our big, beautiful sombreros. You look at them.
Look, beautiful, beautiful, man. This guy right here is a genius. He's a comedic genius. He put the Trump 28 hat on top of the sombrero. The big, beautiful sombreros.
These are the greatest sombreros the world has ever seen. We really have the best sombreros, and everybody wants one except Crying Chuck and El Hakimo Jeffries. They don't want one, but they're going to wear one when all is said and done.
When all is said and done, I need one of those. I need me a big sombrero with the Trump 28 hat on top. Genius.
We're going to end the siesta. We're going to reopen the government, and we will not give in to the demands of Chuck and El Jefe.
El Jefe.
Not going to do that. Thank you. God bless you. Dio lo bendiga, and God bless America. Thank you for your attention.
Beautifully done. Now, you would think by now, the Democrats would start to say, okay, we've lost the plot. Guys, they're all over us. I can't open up the internets without seeing memes about us. They got sombreros all over the place coming out my nose every time I turn on the TV. And the madder we get, the more sombreros.
To this matter.
I do too. It's hilarious.
It's funny to the American people who are starting to get their premium bills right now.
Let me tell you, we don't care.
He thinks that people are going to joke about this. I promise you, they're not.
Are you kidding me? I promise you, they're not. So let's test her theory. Okay, do you think people are going to joke about this? They promise you, they're not.
Wait for it. Here it comes. Almost there.
Oh, yes. Why don't they quit? Why don't they tap out?
Hey, tell me when we're live on.
Oh!
Did you see what Donald tweeted?
Oh!
I am am offended by sombreros.
Ow!
Officer, you can't arrest me for being dumb.
Give him another one. Ow! Oh, this is beautiful. Hold on, y'all. Or come across something so beautiful, it brings a tear to your eye. Crying out of laughter and admiration. Hold on, give them some more. You think they're done?
So can you tell me why it burns when I pee?
Ow!
How much do tampons cost here?
Give him another one. Ow! Somewhere else for everybody. Whippy! Whippy! Oh! So you mean to tell me she done switched it up? She done went from being Elizabeth Pocahontas Warren to now Elizabeth Whippy. So now let's see what she got to say.
And the Republicans said it's going to be a low level. The Democrats said we just want to go back to the level it was before because you're going to bankrupt hospitals. Yeah. You're going to put rural hospitals out of business. Mm-hmm. How?
Yeah, we ain't hearing nothing you saying because we're laughing. We're laughing at that big sombrero and that mustache on you. And see, that's what they don't realize. If they would have stayed out of it, they wouldn't become the victims of the jokes. Jokahonest, yeah, you right about that. See, they don't get it, man. They need to grow up where I grew up. See, we learn the ways of the streets immediately. When you got a guy who got the gift of gab and knows how to get the laughs, you don't want to become a victim of the laughs. You got to laugh alone so you don't become the victim. Yeah, man, but see, these Democrats, they tried to interfere. They tried to jump in. And now, oh, you don't like it? We got one for you too, Elizabeth Warren. Let's continue. Here we go.
Hold on, bro. How?
Okay, esto es mucho simple. El Democrat Party es mucho retardo. Okay?
Mucho retardo.
Okay, mucho retardo. Especially el Hakeem Jeffries y el Chucko Schumer. They are extra retardo. So El Presidente and I cannot negotiate with these Democrat retardos. It's imposibly. Mucho imposibly.
Imposibly. There you go. See, when you don't know Spanish, you just put El on in front of everything. El go. Have to El go. El homo. The El Ito, there you go. You put L on the front and O on the end, and you got yourself some Spanish. Spanglish.
Gracias, amigos. Oh, and make sure you El voto for LJD Vanso in El 2028.
And I saw some Republican members of Congress saying, oh, well, if we have this shutdown, it's because of AOC. Well, if that's the case, my office is open and you are free to walk in and negotiate with me directly. Because what I'm not going to do is tolerate 4 million uninsured Americans because Donald Trump decided one day that he wants to just make sure that kids are dying because they don't have access to...
Dying because they don't have access to... See? That's exactly how we see you. Even if she didn't have the mustache and the sombrero on top, we still would be looking at her like, you're not serious. You're unserious. Now you're talking about kids dying and all of that stuff. And I'm surprised she haven't done this anyway. You know the Democrats are the masters of pandering. They're pandologists. Yeah, they're panderers. So I'm surprised they don't show up when they're talking to their Hispanic population with sombreros and mustaches on. Using all of these accents and stuff like that.
Insurance.
Come on now, dog. Come on,
man.
The serious meeting decided to troll those leaders.
Oh, we got somebody who's trying to come to their defense, y'all. You see Gavin the nuisance gonna take the mature role. I'm stepping up and I'm gonna address it. Now, the more they keep this in the public's eye, the more memes. There it is. The more they try to come out and make it seem like it's unprofessional, it's childish, it's racist. Now you're going to get it, Gavin. Now you're going to get it.
With a Trump 2028 hat that he put on the Resolute desk. He sent out a tweet after he sent out an AI video doctored with a racist video of Speaker Jeffries in a sombrero.
Hawker Jeffries?
These are not serious people.
Not serious? Yeah, now you get it. Now you get it. Yeah. Oh, Jeffries back. In a lowrider. They're never going to stop. They're never going to stop. The Democrats have opened up a can of worms now. Yeah. They better go ahead and just own this. They need to be talking to all of their PR people like, all right, how do we get this off our back? We're going to get memed into oblivion. Nobody will ever look at us seriously again. They will never look at us seriously again, which we didn't look at them seriously before. But, yep, here we go again. Let's continue, y'all, with the party.
Meanwhile, all over where we go, people say, well, why can't you stop illegal immigrants or others from coming here? And the number one answer we get...
Sounds like a white supremacist to me. Sounds like a racist. Sounds like he's trying to protect the Americans so that we don't get taken advantage of because of fraud.
Give our constituents is when they come here, they can get jobs, get benefits against the law because of fraud. And here, the gentleman from Florida has put together the most effective anti-fraud measure we can find without it changing the actions of the government one bit. And we find all this opposition. Ladies and gentlemen.
Crazy. Why would you oppose that? See, this is back when they would at least pretend to sound like they had some sense.
But what I worry about is that this bill, which started out with good intentions, whether you agree with it or disagree with it, is going to end up being the same kind of thing that the public gets angry with.
Same kind of stuff that the public's angry with right now. Where we're going, y'all think we don't realize what you're doing? You think that we really believe y'all are shutting down the government because you want to protect Americans' health care? You think that's what we believe? Because if you do, I got a bridge to say you, Chuck. We know what you're up to. That's what they don't get. The more they come out in the live, we're going, we know what you're up to. And guess what? Those memes tell us that too. See, the memes are funny, but they reveal what they're up to.
We say we're doing something, and we do nothing. Because every time someone makes a rational and small proposal to get something done, people say, well, what about this hypothetical, that hypothetical, etc.
Like grandmas dying, and what about the kids dying, and people are going to... Yeah, all of the stupid hypotheticals that we know aren't going to affect American citizens because you got to hide what you're really doing and all of that fluff. See, so that was back when Chuck actually was trying to keep it somewhat real.
I urge support of this amendment if you believe you want to stop fraud in immigration.
Stop fraud, yes! Yes, Chuck! Now maybe if y'all go back to that, when you at least was lying about how you really felt about all of these crazy ideas, maybe you might win back some moderates. Maybe. But now, let's go ahead and see some more white supremacists and racists and stuff. And what do you call it? Xenophobes.
You have no choice but to support this amendment.
We all agree on the need to better secure the border.
Secure the border. Listen to this Xena. You hear this xenophobe right here?
Punish employers who choose to hire illegal immigrants. We are a generous and welcoming people here in the United States, but those who enter the country illegally and those who employ them disrespect the rule of law.
Those that enter the country illegally and those that support them disrespect the rule of law. You hear this? Somebody get the soap and water to see if we could wash all of that black off his face. Because I'm sure underneath that is a white supremacist.
And they are showing disregard for those who are following the law. We simply cannot allow people to pour into the United States undetected, undocumented, unchecked, and circumventing the line of people who are waiting patiently.
Wow! Sounds like a serious MAGA person. He needs a MAGA hat right now. Yeah, he needs a MAGA meme hat. That's what he needs. So y'all hear that? Back then, he was saying stuff that every American was going, absolutely, I don't see why this is controversial. I mean, that makes sense. And they knew that back then. But somewhere along the line, they decided to change up their business model and go with stupidity. We're going to adopt stupidity as the new business model.
Broken borders.
Broken borders.
That's an oxymoron.
Y'all hear this? This was before her mouth became too mush. It wasn't as mushy back then. Yeah, she wasn't full of bags of bones back then, and she didn't have the full 100% monkey paw all up in our face like she does now. So let's hear this xenophobe back then too. See, because when you become stupid, all of those characteristics come along with it. This was back when she was making some sense.
Something we can't tolerate.
Can't tolerate.
Borders.
Borders.
Of other nature. our definition as a nation, and our protection as a country.
What?
Broken borders, they don't exist.
Sound like a Republican to me?
We can't tolerate it.
Democrats trolling Trump with the taco truck.
See?
DNC party.
You see that? They're trolling Trump with the taco truck. Now, I find this deeply offensive. I find this completely racist. It's the most racist thing I've ever seen. And notice, though, they want to talk about this troll, though. They want to show this. But this makes no sense. Why do they have Trump, in a chicken outfit, but they're talking about tacos? Trump always chickens out. You would think they would use KFC, something like that. But they use tacos, mix in chickens, and then they're trying to say chickens out. And we all know that Trump is using this for a reason. It's a strategy. See, it's not funny because we know Trump doesn't chicken out. Yeah, he's the person that gets people to chicken out. He's driving a semi and they're driving a gremlin, and they're going to have to make the last minute decision to turn lest they get trucked. And we all know that. So this is not funny at all. And it's deeply offensive. Why are they're making fun of the native people and tacos?
Parking this truck outside the Republican National Committee in D.C. to taunt Trump with his new Wall Street nickname, Taco.
Now, why aren't they deeply offended about this? Well, why isn't this right here a bizarre video? Because I find this actually to be bizarre. I'm going, who came up with this? This makes no sense. You think this is funny?
Which means Trump always chickens out. A reference to the many times.
See, when you gotta tell people with the memes, you can't tell me what the meme means. The meme should tell me what it means. But you gotta tell me what the meme means. You know what I mean?
Times that he has retreated from his trade war threats, right? Promising something and then lowering them without a negotiation. The truck, obviously featuring an image of Trump as a chicken.
That doesn't make sense.
That doesn't make sense. Absolutely, completely disconnected. See, that's why. That's why they're getting memed into oblivion right now, because they don't know how to meme. That right there was the dumbest thing ever. And I'm going, okay. Wait, hold on. You got to tell me what that means? All right. So, wait, Trump's a chicken or is he a taco? I thought, wait, is the chicken, you know what? I got a taste for chicken now for some reason. I thought, you know what? Is this a commercial for Taco Bell? I don't understand. How did Trump become a chicken, but he's a taco at the same time? You know what? Forget it. That's how I feel about that stupid thing.
I like Hakeem Jeffries. What? I think he's got an amazing future.
Hawker? Hilarious.
This is a clean CR.
Well, that's all a lie. It's not a clean continuing resolution.
What does that mean, by the way? Continuing resolution. Instead of passing a real budget like they should, this just says, hey, remember the last one? Let's just continue at those levels again. Don't take my word. Take the word from the nonpartisan committee for a responsible federal budget.
Uh-oh. Look at this. How are they going to still lie? They're still going out there. You know what? Democrats have said, man, we're just going to keep lying. I don't care if everybody knows the truth. We're going to lie until you just believe it. You know, either that or you just turn off the TV. Like, man, I'm done with these cats. I mean, they're just going to keep lying till you make me mad. Yeah, these are the kids that just won't go down with the ship. It's the one little kid that when I was a special ed coordinator, little boy comes to my office, I think he was in the 6th grade. And he said, man, I was in the classroom and so-and-so took off the little sack that sits on the back of my desk and choked me with it. Hit me with one of these. And then went and sat down. And I told the teacher, and the teacher just, she ain't know if it happened or not. She sent me to the office. So I go, okay, you know what? Let me go ahead and look on the video camera. And sure enough, this little dude was sitting over here. He asked the teacher to go to sharpen his pencil. While she's writing notes, he goes sharpens the pencil. On the way back, he takes the sack off the back of this dude's desk, the little sacks with the wrap, the cord around his neck, tightened it, and gave him a couple of these and put the sack back and calmly walked right over and sat down. And this dude sitting there holding his neck, raises his hand. He's like, he just choked me. And the other kids was too scared to tell. She's like, did anybody see it? And they all like, so this dude was a little bully. Now I watched this dude do it. I brought this dude into my office. I said, hey man, did you choke so-and-so with the sack that sits on the back of the desk? No. All right, look, man, I'm sending you home. I'm suspending you until your grandmother comes in with you, okay, to deal with this. So his grandmama come up in that mug, mad, y'all, mad. I want to know why my grandmama, probably like 25, come in. Now, you know what? I want to know why my grandson got suspended for 3 days. He said that he didn't choke that little boy. I said, ma'am, your grandson choked him with the sack. And the boy sitting over like, man, he lying, man, he lying. I ain't choked that dude. I said, I'm going to show you something. See, exactly what we have to do to the Democrats. All right. I cut that video on, and sure enough, we all watched it together. And the grandmama sitting there, and she saw that, and all she did was just dropped her head. I said, so what do you got to say about that? That dude looked me in the face, y'all, and said, it's not me. I'm sitting there like, what? He's like, that's not me. I didn't choke that dude. I'm like, are you... Made me so mad. I'm sitting there like, dude, see, now I want to put my hands on you. Now you are questioning my common sense, my eyeballs, everything. You're going to lie to the end. But my man was like, hey, you're going to have to get a DNA sample to prove that. It's like, I'm going down with the ship. Ain't me. Yeah, that's how the Democrats are. They are sitting there talking about, it ain't us. I don't care how much information you know, how much hypocrisy, how many times we leave stuff on the internet. Ain't me. So let's continue. Here we go.
They say this is about as clean a CR as you could get.
Well, show me some more proof, Chris Fake Cuomo.
Again, don't take my word for it. How about taking this guy's word?
Uh-oh.
Allowing Donald Trump to take even much more power via a government shutdown is a far worse option.
Oh, receipts. This is the last spending bill that Crying Chuck passed. And this one right here is the exact same one. Now, back then, Crying Chuck, well, he's talking about, man, we got to pass this because we don't want to give him more power. But now that all of these young whippersnappers in his party are saying we need to fight more, and if you don't go ahead and stand up against Trump, we probably going to primary you. Now he goes and does something stupid. And my question is, why is the bill different now than it was back then? If you passed it then, why can't you pass it now? And you're telling us it's not a clean spending bill. What made it dirty from then till now?
I believe it is my job to make the best choice for the country, to minimize the harms to the American people. Therefore, I will vote to keep the government open and not shut it down.
Gotcha. Gotcha, old Chucky, old boy. See? Now, I would love to hear him explain why the bill now is different than it was then.
And that CR he voted for is the same as this one.
Oh, gotcha.
They're lying. They're just outright lying.
Just because we're saying they're lying. This is the Democrats, y'all. Here's their lying campaign, y'all.
It's a bold-faced lie. And it really shows how desperate they are.
This is also an outright lie. There is nothing in anything that we have proposed that is trying to change that law.
They make up lies, absolute lies.
Yeah, as we see them all with their hands up in the background. They make up lies. Oh, yeah, we all will vote for Medicaid for the illegal immigrants, but they make up lies. So we're going to have our wonderful press secretary come out and address these bold-faced lies from these Democrats.
They say, what they're fighting to do is prevent, say, illegal immigrants from getting federal health care dollars. That is a damn lie.
In fact, I have the Democrat proposed continuing resolution right here. You can read in the text a provision that would remove the provision that Republicans passed in President Trump's One Big Beautiful Bill to ensure that illegal aliens in our country cannot receive Medicaid and taxpayer-funded health care benefits.
Bam! So in other words, like I said earlier, the goal is simply to take off the restrictions that would prevent illegal immigrants from receiving free benefits. Immigrants get benefits. You get it? So what they're doing is saying, we're not saying that these illegal immigrants should receive benefits. The Republicans are lying on us. We just want to remove the restrictions that would keep them from receiving benefits. And they don't think we know that. See, that's the thing. That's what makes the memes funny. Yeah, that's what makes us get so mad at their lying, because we're going, you don't think we know what you're really doing? And yet you're saying, well, I never said that illegal immigrants should get benefits. We never said that. They're making it up. We just want to remove the restrictions to keep them from getting benefits. Just like when they say, we're not saying illegal immigrants should vote. No, why would we say that? It's already against the law for illegal immigrants to vote. However, we're trying to remove the requirements for IDs for black people because they can't get IDs. That's what we're doing that for. And we're going, you don't think we know what you're doing? You're the kid with a bad strategy. You think you're getting it over on mom or dad, and you're going, you don't think we see what you're doing?
When y'all going to
sleep? Why?
I was just wondering. I was worried about y'all being tired and stuff. When y'all
go? Are you trying to sneak out the house?
No. I was just wondering. I was saying y'all should like go to sleep at like 9.
What you up to? You don't think we see through it?
That was happening under the Biden administrations, and the Democrats endorsed it, encouraged it, and vocally supported it. Joe Biden and the Democrats allowed millions and millions of illegal aliens into our country. They paroled them into the country. They gave them a Band-Aid called temporary protective status.
Greatest crime that ever was perpetrated on our country. Somebody said 226. Yeah, I'm looking at 226 people watching. Thank you so much, by the way. Let's get those likes up. All right, so now here she is reminding us of the damage that was done to our country, and now they're trying to run it back.
They completely abused our immigration system, and then those illegal aliens were receiving the taxpayer-funded healthcare benefits of hardworking American taxpayers. That's why wait times at hospitals went through the roof under the Biden administration, and that's why the Trump administration and President Donald Trump immediately fixed this and changed it into law with the One Big Beautiful Bill. And now Democrats, rather than just passing a clean continuing resolution to keep the government funded, which is what the president and Republicans want, they submitted a continuing resolution that puts this poison pill back into law.
Yep, they want us to swallow that poison pill. Go on, man, take the pill. Wait a minute. What's in this pill? I mean, just, berries and juices and vitamin, minerals, stuff like that. I don't know. Why don't you take it first?
That's what they want to do, and it's completely unacceptable. President Trump ran on the promise to end taxpayer-funded benefits going to illegal aliens, and tens of millions of Americans across the country voted him back to this beautiful White House to implement that promise, and he...
You tell him I'm coming!
Yeah.
And hell's coming with me, you hear? Hell's coming with me!
Get out the way! The boss is back!
Can you dig it?
Yeah, I can dig it. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Yeah, buddy, I sure can dig it. Oh, it's Doug. Anyway, boy, I tell you, feels great to be on the winning squad. Oh, speaking of, let's see, we got Gizmo. Yeah, it's about time for him to get another haircut. He's looking like a Wookiee. Chewy, no. And then, of course, somebody's growing her hair back. And I got to give her a shout out because she's getting better with the boo-booing in the house. Now, I don't want to get too proud of her because I don't want you to disappoint me. You know that? Yeah, I don't want to get out there bragging like my dog's finally house trained. As soon as I get off the internet, what is this? Step right in it. So yeah, she's getting better with the pooping in the house. Finally, only took her a year and some change. And I had to go ahead and alter my bed and everything. She had a full-blown poop graveyard trying to put it under the bed. I'm wondering, how are you even getting under the bed to poop? And I don't smell it. She must have been like spraying it and make sure it don't stink. He'll never know. And I discovered a graveyard of poop. I was like, what the? I was getting too proud. Like, okay, she's good. She's good. Then I decided to go ahead and look under the bed one day like, oh, that's where it's been. Madder than a mug. So I had to buy these little gates. I didn't even know they made them. But these little gates to block the dog from going under the bed. So now she has nowhere to hide the poop. She's like, I ain't going to poop out in the open and take a beating. Can't do that. Yeah, so I might as well hold it as far as I can. So she's been doing better, and I got to give her a shout out for that until she go ahead and break my heart again. Take care. Oh yeah, let's get out of here.
There's some kings in the building. Throw your fists up and show some respect. There's gorillas in here. Gorilla in here. Gorillas in here. Gorilla in here. Gorillas in here. Gorilla in here.